I'm already live. That's great. Welcome. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning to 13 people already. Yay, nice. I love that. Let's get everyone on board today because I got quite a few news. So what's up, Cybonics, and welcome back to a new stream. Welcome, Lucky7. Blind Ray is of course in the house. Thanks again for checking in. Ember and Prasad. Love it to see the same faces every week. Hope you're having a great day. Let's spread this on Twitter. Come join our live stream with Angular and Supabase fun. I think we're gonna make a lot of progress today on our application because I actually already prepared something in advance. 20 people. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, Muhammad. I've already seen, I think you made a pull request. We're gonna go through all of that in a second. Let's just warm up. And interesting. What's this? I'm gonna have to talk about that as well. So many interesting news. What's been going on in your lives? I really love to know what's going on in the Cymonics community. Simon, why in your tutorial never use async pipe for subscribe value? I don't know. Am I not using it? Definitely, I definitely recommend the async pipe with Angular. It makes a lot easier, but if you know how you can clean up your observables, then you don't have to use it. But of course, it's the preferred way. Sometimes I just like to do some kind of piping or changing inside the class, and then it's just easier to directly subscribe from there. But usually I would also always recommend the async pipe. Good afternoon, Sabir, or good morning, good day, Victor from DR. What is DR? The Dominican Republic, probably? Prasad, missed a few lives, eagerly waiting for this session. Yeah, I'm also eagerly waiting for this. Need push notification video for Ionic 5 and 6. I think there are not a lot of changes lately. So everything that was active for Ionic 4 should technically work with Ionic 6 as well. But anyway, welcome Juan Camillo Gutierrez Orego. Nice, love those names. Yeah, Dominican Republic is DR. Okay, that's good. What's not so good is that I made a shake for myself to drink. Apparently, this stuff is very, like, almost juicy, and this shaker is trash. It's completely trash. So whenever I drink, I'm gonna get gluey hands, but I've been prepared. So I got this little bucket. That's a trick my little daughter always uses because she hates to have dirty fingers. So whenever she's eating some fruit or ice, we give her this. And now I got this as well. So I'm prepared for the stream. I hated to type with dirty fingers on my keyboard. So alrighty then, let's dive into this. First of all, we should talk about a few news. There have been some interesting things, and the first interesting thing is not what we see here, and not here as well, but this year, I just saw this things. Oh, that's early. The Ionic team has been hard at work on some incredible new updates across all of our products. This fall is going to be huge. Really looking forward what we will see. Just yesterday I put out a tweet if we're gonna see Ionic 7, because they said we're gonna see a major Ionic version every year. We haven't seen one this year, so I'm expecting Ionic 7 this year, but like we only got, I don't know, 4 or 5 months left, so that's gonna be challenging. In terms of other news, because I think most of you in this live stream are web developers or web developer somewhat interested, there are a few cool things going on lately. For example, there's a new environment called Bun, which you can use instead of Node.js. It's very early for Bun. I don't know if we talked about this before. I gave it a try. It looks promising, but if you don't want to live on the bleeding edge, you probably don't want to use it yet, but I can definitely see that this is going to be an improvement to Node.js in the near future. So just want to make sure you have heard this, so you're updated and the Cybonics community stays on top of the JavaScript and web game. Now, this was news number 1. Number 2 is this week also, I recorded a podcast, which you should, of course, check out, allthecode.co. That's the blog from Simon. I'm going to put this here. The podcast is here. The episode will be live, I guess, probably not this week, but next week, about Astro. So this is another very interesting framework, very promising. Now, why is this promising? I know a lot of you are now already like, oh, Simon, please, not a JavaScript framework. We hate this. No, hear me out. This one's a bit different. I actually gave this a try. Let me see if I can find my Astro code somewhere. There we go. The funny thing about this is that you can use any framework you want with it. So this is really interesting. At the core, this is a static site generator, probably like Hugo, Gatsby, 11t, stuff like that. Comparable also to Next.js. They make a lot of comparisons to Next.js, which are, I don't know if they're actually correct, but the promise is that they are shipping 0 JavaScript. So Next.js ships 130 kilobyte bundle because it has some JavaScript, and Astro ships pretty much no JavaScript at all. It is made on a certain island architecture. So you can imagine your page as something like this. And then you can have static areas, and some are interactive islands, which then lazy load JavaScript. It's very interesting architecture. And especially I like that it kind of looks like SvelteKit. It has a file-based routing, so for portfolio pages, especially they're saying this is great for content-focused websites. So if you're building some kind of interactive dashboard and user area and stuff like that, it's probably not for you, but for all other kind of things like a blog, documentation page, even the sales page, you're gonna get blazing fast performance. And it's so funny how you can use different things. They came up with this single file component approach, which you've probably also now seen with Svelte. And you can have this kind of front matter up here. Do I have more interesting pages? Probably somewhere. Yeah. But in general, you can just easily import components. You can use slots in those components. A lot of things that I've seen before. It looks very interesting because you can now just create a Svelte file, you can create a React file, a Vue file in here, and just import it in your pages. And that's so funny. You can just add this. Do I have a Svelte file in here? Don't think so, right? Do I have something in the blog? Let's start it. Because this looks so funny. No, don't think I have any. Oh yeah, the contact form is actually Svelte. So just a contact form in Svelte, and then you throw in the contact form here. You got directives for loading. So this, by doing client load, you're gonna actually use JavaScript. So don't want to say too much about it. Just want to point out that I found this to be very interesting. If you want to check out something cool that's new, and I think that's going to get a lot of traction in the next time, and you're not already sold to Next.js and stuff like that, go give this a try. It looks pretty cool. Okay, and also we're going to talk about this on our pod pretty soon. Okay, what's going on as well? Yeah, my favorite username is back. Welcome, geil, Alter. Wahaha. What's going on as well? Besides that, there was if you're a bit into SvelteKit, like I am, there was actually a major change recently. They haven't hit version 1, and they wanted to change a few things before version 1. So that's why this major migration took place. I was kind of scared, and I still don't love it, because what they did is a lot of things. This is my personal blog, which I'm currently rewriting with SvelteKit. My navigation now looks like this. They changed to a completely folder-based navigation, and they added these plus signs, page and stuff like. It's not super cool, but on the other side, No, I don't want to change this right now. I'm going to show you a preview of my block in a second. But on the other side, I think this brings us closer to SvelteKit 1.0. And I'm really looking forward to this because this is also what I still continue to use. I thought about using Astro, but I'm not going to use it. I'm going to stick to SvelteKit for now. Okay, yeah, because we've talked about this, showing a little bit of progress about the upcoming dev decktig blog. This is going to be a static page built with SvelteKit, and over the last days I took some time to create those pages, implement the UI, and as you can see, this is already deployed and it is so blazing fast. I think the render post also looks quite nice. There's still a few things open, like I don't know how to handle the discuss comments, if I'm going to integrate that again. A few other changes here and there, but overall this is hopefully pretty soon becoming my new blog, and in the future also the base for the new 2.0 Academy, whatever it's gonna be. So just want to let you know that I made quite some progress on that. Also, since this stream is about Supabase, the Supabase launch week is currently going on. You can check it out at supabase.com/launch-week. They shipped already a few cool updates. CLI and admin API out of beta, JS version 2, great, we can later rewrite our stuff, security, and then Thursday, today, and Friday, more things will happen. Actually, wait for Friday, I might be part, Captain Ionic might be part of the Supabase launch week. Okay, that's all for the news. I also got a question for you. Is there anything you, Mac user, can recommend as a Spotlight replacement on Mac? I think Alfred or something, but really I'm not very happy with Spotlight right now. So if there's something you can recommend, please let me know in the chat. With that being said, let's dive into today's voting app. And as I said, I was so eagerly waiting for this that I already started. I started with the task of the form array where we left off last week, simply because I know it's going to be problematic and I wanted to get a little kickstart so we can actually make some real progress today. So what I did is I created a form options form group, which then has an options form array. Probably could also do this like at the top level, but anyway, this works nicely. And then you want to have like a reactive form with dynamic form inputs like we do in here. What you then do is usually you define these three options to get the form control options as a form array, so an easy getter function. We got something to add a new option to the form array and to delete one from a specific index. And I already also added a save functionality. So what we can do right now is we can add options in here, and I can throw in some data. I can save this. It's gonna log out everything from those options in here. And on top of that, I should be able to remove stuff like this. Oh, cool, my auth data changed. That's cool. And then we end up with this. So exactly, don't forget to check all the pull requests. That's what I wanted to do next. Let me check out this first of all. So this was my change, git add form array logic, work in progress, and push. Now let's check out the cool pull request from the community. I'm really excited to see what you came up with. Fixed types. What did you fix? Oh, what is this? There's a Netlify bot. All these things that are automatically going on. That's so crazy. Files changed. 10 files changed. I hope you really. So can this be merged automatically? Is this fine? Has no conflicts. So then let's merge this. Thanks to Genders. Is Genders in the chat today? I hope so. So thank you for doing this. Button color. What is this? Set correctly delete and deny button colors. Yeah, probably this is just yeah, nice. Thanks. That's cool. Little change, of course, accepted. Okay, we got 2 more pull request update readme. Nice. This was an overall description of the project. Nice. Let me see. How does it look like? Yeah, that looks good. Nice, even with my links. Awesome, awesome. This is great. Thank you so much, Bora. Are you part of today? Yeah, merch and pray. I just hope the Cybonics community is great and doing great things. So now just one more updated navbar items as larger screen. It's of course from Muhammad Faris. Okay, files changed. Oh, I got a link. Yeah, that looks good. Router link active. Yes, that looks good. Looks good. I'm in fast merge mode. Let's see. Now our project. Nice working project, community project led by Simon. So nice of you. This is so cool. Thank you so much. Oh wow, love it. Git pull, and then we're gonna go ahead. Hey, Miringang. That's hard to pronounce. I'm sorry. Okay, then we. Oh no. Who introduced the bug? Can they still compile? So, okay, it still compiles. Otherwise, we would have to blame the one person who made this. So, we got this. We want to add options to our voting. So we already got the list of votings. Thanks for coming up all those votings and using my account. And we want to add options. So probably we're gonna also add like a fallback in here in case we have no option yet. I actually haven't shown you the TS. So it is really confusing form array. I don't know why this is so hard with Angular. I really don't like it. So you connect it to your form, and then you're accessing the form array just like you would a form control. But then it gets really complicated with the iteration over all the controls, and then accessing a form group name by the index. So this part really made me like, So I would have expected to have an option in here, which is the actual form control. But for whatever reason, it's the index number. Well, that's just life how it is. And now we can access the title. We got the delete option also using the index. And probably if, let's say, def ng if option.controls.length. So we can probably say if not, then options then add your voting options. So that should now hopefully, yes, come up in the default case. If you want better styling, do it, go for it. You know how to create a pull request. I'm really happy that a few of you already created a pull request. By the way, we should share the repository for everyone new. Git repo is here. Everyone who wants to follow, check out the code, or build something on their own with this, go feel free to do that. Okay, that looks good. So we can add voting options now. We just need to, yeah, we should, first of all, we should make sure that the title is always required. I think it is. Yeah, title is always required from an option. So we only want to enable save options, or we want to disable it when form options, and it's not yet valid. Okay, let's see. Yeah. Also, probably in that case, when it's not valid, we also want to have like a different class with Tailwind. I'm not sure if there's like a disabled. Let's give this a try. In the disabled case, will this work? Oh, this nice. I didn't know about this. So in that case, let's use Indigo. I don't know what's more light 7. No, this is getting darker, right? Yeah. So let's use 200 probably. Yeah, that looks cool. So now it turns this when it's this. Cool. I really like this. Thanks for sharing, always the best quality. Yeah, happy to share. Like David Flores Castillo. I love those names, really. I should get a Spanish name one day. Simon Castillo de something. That would sound pretty nice. Okay, so now we need, oh cool, we now need to save all of this. Actually, this is not going to be cool, this is going to be challenging because we somehow need to make sure that we create those options in our Supabase table connected to our voting ID. So this part is now really critical. Please, if I struggle here, you need to help me. You also need to think through with me on this. So let's open our data service, and what we want to do is we want to add voting option. Voting option. Yeah, somebody could create interface for this as well, probably. Do we already have something like this? Actually, it's not too hard. And you can actually also grab this from Supabase somehow. Voting option. So it can have an ID. Wait, yeah. Well, let's say to do. You know what to do. Just make this with like ID, voting ID, title, creator ID, and votes. And part of this ID should probably be like this, because initially you only have the voting ID and the title. Anyway, okay. So add voting option. We're gonna use this function from our, no, it's not the votings table, so we should add a new key, table voting voting options. Voting options. There we go. Where's actually Chuck? I haven't seen Chuck in this chat. Chuck, are you there? Say hello if you are. Hello, Juan Ignacio Lagnos Sagas. Why do you always have so long names? Anyway, welcome. Yeah, 39 people. That's cool. Welcome, everyone. More than usual. 40. Are we gonna get to the 100 today? Maybe? No, don't think so. But I'd really love to have like 100 people watching the stream one day. So what we want to do is we want to add something to our Firebase table. We want to call insert, and we want to insert our option. Probably we also want to set something like I could really use that interface. We have the world in tonight. Yeah, we have everyone. We have the whole world in here. Ray, you're right. We should set option.creator_ID to our current Supabase user auth ID, because we're the creator of this. Do we need to return this? I don't know. Should we add a type? I feel like we should do this right now. I'm sorry. Let's just do this. ID number, or is it a number? And question mark goes here, right? Voting ID is also not, well, voting ID should be set immediately. Then we got the title, that should be set as well. We got the creator ID, this one's optional. I think it's a string. And then we got votes, that's just a number. And by default, it's 0. So when we add a new voting, we're gonna add this here. Option.votes, we're gonna set this to 0. Besides that, okay, so let's add the optionals to the top. And then we got voting ID title. Okay, we're gonna set this. It looks good. Thanks, Prasad, big fan. I'm a big fan of the community as well. Community is awesome. So let's see. This means we're gonna have to create multiple voting options. So we should iterate the data in here. For let entry of this form options dot value, we're gonna create one new voting. Only if there's no idea, because otherwise we'd have to update. So this is going to be a bit complicated. If not entry.id, let's put a lock in here before we do something wrong. Add this. This is going to make life a bit easier before we do something wrong. Let's just give this a try. So I'm going to add two options, A and V. So save this. Value is not iterable. Okay, yeah, I need to access options, of course. Let's see. This should work. DA. Add this. Okay, perfect. So if we don't have an ID, we can safely add this. But I want to store this because we're going to have a bunch of observables. So let's make this an array and execute all observables once at once. So new observable equals. It's always a good idea because we don't know how many voting options we need to add. And add this one, entry. I wonder at this point if we should delete option.id probably. I feel like, I don't know if Supabase will complain. Well, let's keep it like easy and we're gonna see. Also for every entry, we should set our form, the ID from this thingy. Okay, this is from this.voting. Got this. Okay, so when we create a new option, we're going to use this.voting ID to immediately set the right ID. And then we also don't need to delete anything. Oh no, I'm confusing myself. This should still be null, but what we need is the voting ID. So this is so we can relate the option to the actual voting. Okay, great. That's good. So we can say observable.push to collect all of our new all of the observables, not the new observables. And once we get this, after our for loop, actually we also need an else case to do update answer. We can write this in a second. We don't have anything to update yet, since we also need to load them. Hey, Hack the Coding. Good to see you, Hack the Coding. It sounds like you're also a YouTube channel. Oh, Blind Ray, you had a fall. I hope you're fine. No worries. I'm gonna send you an email probably tomorrow as well because I got another question or something I want to ask the Simonics community. Please remind me in the end of the stream that I want to ask you something, all of you. So at this point, we have all the observables. So do we have something like a loading in this app? I feel like we had it somewhere. Did we ever use this? No, but we have a toaster for a success. That's cool. So maybe I'm gonna add like I'm the worst project manager, to do add loading. And then observable, what's it called? It's called all or something. I can't remember exactly. Observables all. I think it was previously called all, but now it's called, is it called zip? Combine latest observable.zip. No, it's not observable. Then it's just zip. Zip or zip all? I feel like zip all sounds good. Collects all observables inner sources from the source. Once the source completes, it will subscribe to all inner, combining their values by index and emitting them. Yeah, why not? Sounds good to me. So let's do this and... Sorry. You're better off with zip. Okay. And then we can subscribe. After add, let's see what we get locked out. I'm really excited if this will work. I have no idea. Like, I haven't done this before. It's so cool on the stream. Yes, this project is already on GitHub. Just scroll the chat. I'm gonna put it in here. Yes, project on GitHub. There it is. So let's see if this works. If this works in the first try, I don't know. We should do something cool. So answer first, second, save. Almost. We get back to failing row contains null value in column ID of relation. Yeah, that's what I actually said before. Like, we want to delete option.id for at least for add voting option. We can do something different in update voting option. So in here, we of course don't want to mess up things. The only thing we want to do in here is the object to fill with column name. Do we use equal or match? What's the big difference here? I think we're going to go with equal. So in this case, we're going to do an update. And we pretty much don't need to do anything else. Actually, I want to be sure that the only thing we're updating is the title. So I'm going to use option.title. Everything else that we got in the option, like ID creator, voting ID, and votes, we don't want to touch this from our app. So with this in place, it should hopefully work now. A, B. Save this after add. Yes, it worked. I think it worked. Let's update the table. Do we got two options in here? No, please, where's my data? It says it did work. Did we add it to the wrong table? Yes, there it is. Nice. With the voting ID, with the creator ID, with votes. It works exactly as I had planned. Oh, love it. Oh, such a big step forward. Whew, nice. Okay. I got goosebumps. This feels really good. I wasn't sure if this is gonna work out in the end. So yeah, big success, definitely. I think we should. Oh, that was enough. Oh, I was drinking too fast. Okay, but we're not yet done. Thanks. I'm happy. I'm happy you're happy for me. We did this together. It was a great community work. But still, there's a way to go. Yeah, relational linking, especially if you come from a NoSQL background with relational syncing is suddenly magic. Want to get the voting options for voting ID. I don't know. Actually, no. This is a number or a string. What's the ID? ID is a number. That's cool. So from our table, we wanna select everything, all the options, which have voting ID equals our voting ID. So when we get to our details page, we want to call this option to load all the details, which we can do somewhere up here, where we already load. Oh, this is going to be interesting, how we're going to update our array. Let's do this const options. Let's see. Let's put a lock in here. I have no idea what's going to happen. But at this point, like, what can happen? Yes, we got back 2 results for our voting. I missed the first 30 minutes due to work. Well, you come, Gandhi, you come right in time for big success. We just managed to add voting options to the database. So now we just need to load and update them. And then we can actually already, I think, continue to the public page of that voting. And then you can finally vote on something. So yeah, you missed some news and updates. That's right, Ray. Just afterwards, go rewatch the stream. You're gonna see everything in the beginning where I talk about some changes in the JavaScript world. Now, we got these things from the voting. Yeah, I decided to do the form array route, but we were very fast because I did a bit upfront, maybe. So, what we want to do is we want to patch our form now. And I feel like we should add some options to this option thing in general. So it can have a creator ID as well. It can have an ID, we got that. We got title, votes. Actually, it doesn't matter too much, the votes. And we got the voting. Actually, we don't even, probably we don't even need this one. Like, yeah, that was very successful. We don't need anything. I feel like we should do this kinda by hand. So let's do options map item, and for every item we want to call our add option. Welcome. Good. Thanks for subscribing, someone. It's very hard to concentrate when that comes up. Yeah, let's just do it like this. So I know it's probably not the cleanest code. How do we do this? How do we approach this? We can we create an option from something? Let's see if we can just call option.patch value with the item. I feel like this is a hacky way, but it could at the same time work pretty well. Yeah, okay, can't find control with path option 0 title. Okay. No problemo, no problemo. Then we probably just do it. The only thing we really need is a title and ID for something, right? Do we actually get the data? Like, we are iterating this and then we got title, yeah, voting ID. Item.id, this could work. We create the option like this, then we don't need to do this, and then we push it like this. Yes, nice, cool. But now we also need a way to delete an option, not just remove it from an index. Will this return the item? No, we'll just remove it. That means we're gonna grab the control by using this start. Oh, this is complicated today. This is complicated stuff. Probably it's one of the most challenging sessions we had together. Parles español. Hola, Kent. Hablo un poco español, pero no más. Hope that was right. I really wanted to learn more, but I love the Spanish language. Let's see. Get path. Oh, come on, I'm confused. Where do I get my options from? Options as form array. Can't I just get this.form options? Can't I get this at an index? Like at index? Isn't that possible? Why is this not possible? I really want to get this at a specific index, but I have no idea how this works. Come on. This dot options. What is this going to return? Probably like this. What the? No, at should be used like this. Never used it like this. No idea. Will this work? To remove something. If I want to remove B. Okay, this gives me value and title right here. Yeah. To remove something, I anyway just need the ID. So the ID should be const ID should be control.value.id, and then we can call not only this, but also a function to delete voting option. Add the with a specific ID from table delete equal ID single. Looks good to me. This dot data service delete voting option at the ID. Is this it's a promise. It's a promise. That's cool. So we can probably await the call just for testing. I want to once see the result of this. But I feel like it should work. Let's remove B. B is removed. B is removed. Is it removed from the database? I don't know. Where's my Supabase? Come on. Sign in. I'm not speaking Spain. I'm from Germany. German, English, and TypeScript. We all speak TypeScript, definitely. TypeScript above all. Still cool that we are consistently over 30 people. I would really love to have those 80 back that we once had in the beginning. But anyway, it's pretty cool that so many of you are still tuned in. This works nicely. So let's add test 2, test 3. We're gonna hit save. And then we're gonna refresh the page, and I'm able to get all those answers. We could probably limit this to say like we can have a maximum of like 5 answers per something. And we also need the update. So let's see if we can also update this. Update voting option. Okay, could work. Let's see if we can update this. Gonna call this updated. This is. Yeah, it kind of worked. Now that the sorting is wrong, but if you wanted to, you could also now introduce like a position to make this sorted, but we don't want to overcomplicate things. I think we have done a pretty good job here. Like we can delete answers, or we can't. Didn't I just click this? We really need a loading. We really need a loading in here. Like this is confusing. And I feel like we have a loading. I think we added this. Didn't we add a loading somewhere? Can anyone remember if we have some kind of loading? We don't. Yeah. When working on the deletion, make sure you delete the orphan children as well. Yes, I think we've set this up with the right SQL. So on our votings table, no, on the voting options table, we added on delete cascade to the voting ID, which means if we ever delete the voting, it should cascade and do them. But we can give this a try. So right now we have about 2 answers or 2 options for a voting. So let's see if I delete the whole voting. I'm back and the voting IDs should be gone with it. Yes, because we got undelete cascade. So that works. Okay, let's see. Simonix voting number 1. Voting question. What's the best JS framework? Description. It's time to choose. Okay, let's add an option. Angular, React, Svelte, and Vue. I'm gonna save all of this, and if I load this, I get everything back. Nice. This was my dream I had 4 or 5 weeks ago when we started this. Now I just need another page, but before this, I'm gonna definitely commit all the changes. Voting options working. Best commit messages EU. Nice content for me. That's still greeny to Angular. Hey, from Guayaquil, Ecuador. Nice. We're so international again today. I feel so good about this today, and we still got 50 minutes or something more. Probably we're gonna do a longer stream in the like fall or winter time. I really feel like we could go even longer. I really enjoy this. Okay, so we need a new page that is outside, not inside of our routing. So I'm gonna add ng generate component. We could add a standalone component. Well, it doesn't really matter. We're gonna call this, how do we call this, like voting, right? So the public ID to a voting, or the public route to a voting, should be that's app, and we got voting component. Oh no, we got voting twice, right? No, okay, no way, cool. This is cool. Inside is different. The path will be when we do top level. I feel like this is ugly. Let's do voting and then wildcard ID. This is where we want to go. So my voting has the ID 109. Okay. So on that page, we should be able, pretty much just like this, just like we have on our details page. I go pretty much with the same logic in here. Private data service, data service, and private route, activated route. Okay, if we got an ID, we're gonna grab the, thanks for subscribing. 2 people actually subscribing. What's going on today? Nice. I still don't know if this is like YouTube or Twitch. Anyway, thank you. Voting. Okay, we got the we got two places. We got interfaces voting, export interface voting. Nice. That looks really nice. Nice project. I don't know if we really need it like this. We definitely want the options. So this is an array of type voting. Oh, I completely messed this up by adding my interface to the own file. So let's refactor this like good people. Voting option .ts services data service. Grabbing my interface, putting it in here. Export star from voting option. I don't know if we're using camel case or something else. It looks good to me now. Yeah, can you just automatically refactor this Visual Studio, please? In here as well, please. Voting option from interfaces. Nice. Cool. So we're getting closer. We don't know what the data is like. A type any is not assignable to type voting. Yeah, I can understand that probably, but come on. Let's do it like this. Okay. We're so close. Voting. This dot voting. Then we just need to display it. If this really works, that would be so cool. Options. This dot options. Let's see. So we should be able to invalid configuration. Yeah. Okay. I messed this one up. That one's on me. So for localhost, but now voting 109. I am here and I get back the voting stuff and also all 4 answers. Nice. Nice. Yeah, like share URL. That could be cool. That could be a cool functionality. Like, how would we approach share URL? Well, I think we gonna add this to the like inside area here somewhere. We should probably have a button to do this. Like, this would be a nice community task. Should we probably have like a to-dos file in here? To-do.md. To-dos. We want loading spinner during login and API calls, and we want share URL on a voting details page, and probably fast access to share URL on votings list as well. Okay, if there's anything else, just let me know if I forgot about something. So then we're gonna add it. So we're on the page. That means we just need to create the actual voting here. Do we got any cool Tailwind UI for a voting page? I don't feel like we do. Any idea how we could make this easy and cool? Not really a landing page. Table, stacked list. Thanks for subscribing. Probably we could do like a... No, actually, we just want a title. I really want something simple. Like, let's check out the login area. I just want to have the general setup here. And then we got this, right? So let me copy this to our voting component. I'm gonna get rid of everything we've commented out. So this is also another to do. Different authentication like magic links and social. This could also be a nice to do. So what I want in here is nothing from this. I just want the general setup. Nothing, no form. Okay. So how does it look like now? Yeah, cool. And now the fun begins. We don't want an image in here, but we want voting dot voting question, and below that probably in here we want voting dot, do we have like a description? Yeah. Oh no, this is actually voting dot title up here, and then we got in here like an H3. Is there styling for an H3? Voting dot voting question. Love it when everything comes together. Okay. Okay, we could probably do this a bit nicer somehow. It looks kind of ugly. Option to add image. Yeah. I love it. Probably add image option to voting. That's pretty cool. That's actually cool, because then we also got like Supabase file upload included. And at the same time we can use capacitor for image capturing. Nice. Very good idea, Prasad. Very nice. Like this. Love it. So we got Ionic voting. What's the best JS framework? It's time to choose. We could probably format this better. But anyhow, we just now gonna add like an array of buttons, probably. Do we want to do this outside of it? Yeah, let's just do it in here. Flex layout, probably. And then maybe we could just use buttons. But a button could be a problem. So is there, we've been here to the grid list before, right? Do I want to use something like this? But then the most easiest way. Well, we can do this on our own, right? So there we go. ng4 let option of options. What's it called? Is it options? It was, right? What's this? Warning. Left side of this optional chain operation does not include null or undefined in its type. Therefore, the question operator can be replaced with... you sure? Like, this is gonna throw an error, won't it? Yeah. Like, let me have my Elvis operator in here. What's wrong with you? Come on. Option dot... What's it called? The title, right? Title. Okay. So, there we go. Looks horrible, of course. We should probably have used something else. There we go. I don't know, gap of this. What's it called? Justify center. Yeah, go with this. And then nice background. We could have also used colors, but we're gonna use it like we did before. Indigo 600. Okay. Text white. Padding, a bit of padding here and a bit of padding there. And then it starts. And we want to make this rounded. This should have a margin top at least of, I don't know, 10. Okay, so not too bad. Like, this is not exactly how I envisioned this, but it's not bad. Can we have like I want to give this class a tiny bit different class. So text gray probably 600 and just text XL. We're getting closer. We're getting closer. Yeah, that looks good. The card is, of course, the card is totally unnecessary, but maybe wrap them in ngIf and remove the question mark. Good point, good point, good point, yeah. Good idea, good idea. Okay, I'm gonna do it in here as well. So now we can also click on those cards, maybe. Vote, and then we're gonna vote for one of the options. Okay, let's see. Vote for an option, which is a voting option. Nice types once again. And we're gonna say vote for this option. Okay, will this work? We're gonna vote for Svelte, Vue, Angular. We just need a bit better UI. So hover cursor pointer and hover background indigo 800. So the loading is a bit slow. We could probably once again add some kind of loading to this page. But now we got this. Nice. Love it. Really love it. Everything saved? Yes. Git add that and come in. Work in progress, voting, public page. So with this, I think we wrap it up for today, because that was very nice. We made a lot of progress on this. I can now change my voting. I can do this. I could also add another option in here. I'm gonna save here. I'm gonna save here. And then when I refresh here, I see all the updated information. That's cool. Like, the UI is probably not perfect yet. We might want to work on this. Maybe we can do some kind of grid thing, or in general come up with a better UI. But we have the basic logic to displaying all of this, and that is very, very nice. Once again, repository can be found on GitHub. Gonna add it here. Anyone, in case you want to support this stream, of course, check out Ionic blocks. Just recently added new blocks if you want page templates for e-commerce. So there are 4 new categories for e-commerce templates. And of course, if you're not yet a member, also check out the Ionic Academy, the only place to learn Ionic as fast as possible and meet me and Blind Ray as well. Okay. I thought of adding image below description so we can use this rate. Yes, I think, yeah, definitely want to do image stuff. I think that sounds pretty cool. But what we need to do next week as well, so this is going to be a bit more complicated, is we're going to do the voting. So we already got the functions, everything's cool, but I think to actually increase the count of our votes, we need to add a procedure to SQL, to Supabase. I'm not an expert on that, but I'm gonna figure something out. Also, I have a very sad announcement. Next week, there will be no stream. My wife is on vacation, so during the afternoons next week, I'm gonna take care of my daughter and play with her. So I actually enjoy that time, but apparently on Thursday, we won't have a stream next week. I don't know if there will be like a fallback video. Otherwise, I'll be definitely back the week after. And otherwise, let me quickly look up. Was there any other question? If I missed a question, I'm sorry. Really happy that we had, once again, 30 people here in today's chat. So, yeah, reminder, you wanted to ask us something. Exactly. I'm currently looking for some guest authors, people I can work with from my community who have been following what I've been doing for a long time, because I want some outside help for writing tutorials for my blog and also quick wins for the Ionic Academy. So this is mostly written stuff. So in case you are familiar with Ionic, and it doesn't actually matter if it's Angular or React, actually React might even be preferred, or if it's something else, also maybe you're just familiar with Svelte or Angular, I'm actually kinda open for suggestion. I would invite you to send me an email or tweet me something, and then we can maybe work together, because I would really love to have some other authors from my community, so I'm not the only one doing the content all the time. I'm gonna still record the videos, at least that's the plan for the next time. But if you're interested in writing for me, and also, of course, getting paid for this. So this is nothing you have to do in your free time. Also, this might be something longer, so not just doing like 1 or 2 posts. But of course, if you see that you don't enjoy it, you can still just say after it, nah, it's not really for me. But anyway, again, if you're interested in writing tutorials, so coming up with an idea or getting an idea from me, and then doing the thing I usually do that you see on my blog DevTactic or as a quick win in the Academy, please let me know by email, and we're gonna discuss the rest. So I'm open for ideas. I don't want to just hire someone from Upwork. I really would love to have people from the Ionic, from the Simonics community, because you know how I create stuff and how my tutorials usually look like. So I really like to involve the community more. And eventually you can earn some money. This could be like eventually something bigger in the future, so never should know. Only thing is you should be familiar, of course, with English writing in a good way. So that's my announcement. If you want to contribute, if you want to be part of Simonics and something bigger in the near future, reach out. I'm going to drop my email here. Interested in writing for me? simon@devtactic.com. Just drop me an email, and from there we will move forward. Okay, bit longer than usual. Hope you enjoyed today's stream. Basically, we're assisting you with your content. Exactly, yes. Like ghostwriter, just getting other authors on board. Probably your name gonna appear on the article. I haven't figured out this, or if it's like really ghostwriting in the background. I'm open to discuss this, whatever you prefer. And can be paid per article. Just you need to know a bit about some kind of web framework, and should have good English writing skills. Perfect. That's it for today. I'm gonna be back in 2 weeks. I'm gonna have a nice next week with my daughter, and I hope you enjoyed today's stream. I definitely did. We did nice progress, and I'm already looking forward to the next stream in 2 weeks. So it was a pleasure, every one of you. Have a great rest of the week, and I'm gonna catch you soon. Until then, of course, happy coding. Simon.